welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The spotlight's on, time to stake your claim for Monday Night Football's Hall of Fame.
We've seen the great backs run and the legends throw.
They all turn it up when they play in their show. The Skins and Saints from the Big Easy. What a football game this could turn out to be.
Jimmy, if you're ready for a party,
Let me hear it if you want to win.
you know it's time to ball.
We about to kick it off.
Then all y'all let the games begin.
DC, get ready. New Orleans, get ready. Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. Stage is set. Let's get it kick-started.
Yeah,
Here's your game face on.
the crowd's getting psyched.
All my riding friends are here on Monday night.
This city has always been ready, and tonight it should be a celebration, claiming their quarterback as the best of the bunch. The record is within reach. When the night is done, Drew Brees should have it. You see Drew's family awaiting, his wife Brittany in the upper left there, the three boys, the beautiful daughter. We expect them to be brought to the field when the all-time record is within reach. 201 yards away from becoming the NFL's all-time passing yard king. There's one other trip that the family will eventually take, Canton, Ohio, the Hall of Fame. But before long, when Drew is enshrined, the ball that will break the record in the jersey he wears tonight will have a home. The glass enclosed exhibit, empty now, but they expect it to be filled this week. The Saints won the toss, they deferred, the Redskins will receive.
And of course, as we know, Drew Brees went on to break the, the passing yardage record that time? Touchdowns was this past year. That was the 2018 one, though. Anyway, welcome to another edition of the 2020 MF Alumni FFL Draft Pick Choice Tournament. Doing a Wednesday night edition of Monday Night Football due to some scheduling reshuffling coming up this coming Monday. And it really threw me off because Jason Derulo totally snuck up on me at that intro because he didn't announce himself beforehand. But anyway, here's our main bracket. Still to play, we have the semifinal matchups of Crayons versus Jacob and Adam versus Joe, which are both bound to be absolute bangers. Tonight, we find ourselves in the Fivals bracket, where we've got Preston and Wego for the honor to take on my Bears that decided to actually play offense last time we saw them. And then the loser will fall to play Conair in the Seminoles. Just a quick recap of the Ninals bracket. We've got Sprite and Gibby in the Ninals and Rob and Colin in the game to prove that they are not the worst. So yeah, one of those two fine gentlemen will face the, the ignominy? Is that the word? Whatever. That look like fools or something. Anyway, Drew Brees. It's happening, but not for the team that you would think. Let's take a look at our teams. Preston Saints have a 2 overall advantage over Wego's Jaguars. Probably pretty misleading. The Saints are favored by a whopping 17 points tonight per me. I made that line. But Preston Saints have Patrick Mahomes slinging the rock from all angles, with Aaron Jones with a little bit of Mark Ingram mixing in to tote the rock. And then out wide, he's got a trio of absolute killers in Julio Jones, Devontae Adams, and Stephon Diggs. And, of course, the crafty veteran Jason Witten at tight end. Yang Hui Koo kicking those threes. We're still getting Korean lessons from his roommate, as well as other lessons. And as we can see, clearly the Saints defense, a very solid defensive unit, 83 overall on that defense. On the Jacksonville side, we got our boy Shad Khan as the owner. Wait, hold on. We've got Drew Brees under center. We've got Todd Gurley and Melvin Gordon toting the rock, switching off who does what. We've got Marvin Jones Jr., Calvin Ridley, and Sterling Shepard playing out wide. And we've got Austin Hooper with a little bit of Jack Doyle playing tight end, and Greg the Leg kicking field goals, Joey Sly manning that kickoff spot. And of course, 2 years removed from being the most formidable defense in the league. The formerly known as Saxonville Jaguars, now just a pretty good defense. Without further ado, let's hop on in.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville.
Quick note on our betting lines for the evening as kickoff happens. We got yet another color rush game. But the lines here, we have Saints favored by 17 points, the over-under at 50.5 points, and the total sacks in the game for both teams at the over-under of 4.0. Only one bet has been registered, and that is for the over, because Joe Conair roots for fun. Let it be known. Let the record show.
Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now here's Mahomes. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Set. Yellow lady, yellow lady. 54, line 54. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
Both ready. Yellow lady. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Jaguars offense already proving to be the superior offensive unit today in the smallest of sample sizes.
It's not just running to them, because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady. 20 seconds. Danny. 20 seconds.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
Good job, D.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Ready? We ready? Mike's by 4. Here we go. 20 seconds.
Throwing now is Breeze. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
In your face.
Now Breeze. Finding Sterling Shepard for his 1st catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now Breeze on the bootleg. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Hello? Hello?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
Now Mahomes, and that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars getting set to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Wiggles free. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is?
Dude, New Orleans offense isn't doing anything.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz
Breeze in the zone now.
and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Got my new setup kind of put together, preliminary.
Nice.
Here's 2nd and 10
It's not that tight.
About the 32.
Not that tight.
I like your setup. Although
Yeah.
in general, I like the layout of your apartment in general.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah,
Alex
I thought about it a lot.
Credit him with
The
a
room where I
sack,
had
and
my
it goes
computer
as a loss
before,
of
it was
6.
like no matter
Well, that play was the very
which way I tried to
definition of
arrange
fast,
it, it would
quick,
be
and
like
in a hurry.
6
Suddenly,
inches
he
too
was
short
there.
in one
Blink
dimension.
of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Now you got a kitchen racing setup.
I've always had the kitchen racing set up.
Oh, good.
On play action, it's Breeze.
So wait,
Looking downfield for Jones.
I wanted to replay the one video and then I
And
messed
that
it
will
up.
be
So, do
incomplete.
you have both computers out in the
They
kitchen
weren't
now?
scared to let it fly, but it
No,
falls to the
just
ground and
one.
brings up 4th down.
Okay,
Give me a sec.
This
just the
offense
racing
already
setup.
feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in
Yeah,
their
so
first
before
drive.
I had,
They certainly come out firing, even though that one
like
was
my
incomplete.
With
my
the 7-0
PC, my
lead,
desktop,
you have to take a
and
shot
my
like that
work
downfield.
laptop,
You're one to the
and like
good,
all the
go ahead and try
monitors
pressure
were
advantage.
essentially in my
On is the
office,
punt team
Yeah.
now
except
as
for
they switch
one monitor
short.
that I was racing on.
This
Okay.
is taken at the 15.
Um,
A big boot that
So,
time. 57
now
yards
out
the
in the
official
kitchen
distance.
now, I
And
have
possession will switch
3
hands,
monitors for
first and
just
10.
racing,
Now
one
the
monitor
Saints,
that
they
is
trot
like an
their
auxiliary
offense out
monitor,
here
where I can play normal games on.
Okay.
And then in my office now I have
Let's face it, every
my laptop and then one extra monitor.
everyone talks
I
about
see.
converting on
Okay.
third down, how big that is. In
I
this
got it.
situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So
Yeah.
furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the
I
drive,
just gotta
but
figure out
this
how
is
to
going to wind
set
up
up these triple
incomplete.
monitors in iRacing.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Fuck, New Orleans, get it together.
Ooh, tight.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15
Now
and
it's
a
starting to
Saints
get going.
first down.
Mahomes was just slow to wake up this morning, I guess.
Just gonna get in the zone and then never come out of the zone.
Never come out of the zone.
So in Jacksonville,
Just a slight delay
territory
for them
now.
putting
Here's a
up 40-something
1st and 10
points.
at the 49-yard line. They fake the give. Now
Maybe they only hit
Mahomes.
35 this game.
Complete to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Mahomes firing complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This complete to Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop it. It's another 1st down.
Nice.
I think they just forgot they had Patrick Mahomes for a little bit.
Tried to establish a run.
Yeah, just a quick little brain fart out of Sean Payton.
Saints. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Got that post-COVID brain fog.
On the delay, Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use The back end of the end zone, the sidelines is extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is in for the score.
Powerful
Touchdown,
run.
New Orleans. Taking it in from
He
4
sneaks in
yards
untouched.
out as they
Casual.
are on the board here in the first half. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads.
There was some weird like
and he
speed
uses
boost there
pads
that
to
probably
get him
shouldn't have
into the end
happened. I
zone.
don't know what that was.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
All right, I'll
So
knot it up
we'll
at the
leave it
second
at
of the.
7 now
or,
as they
damn
kick
it,
it
the top of
away.
the second. Where's
Tops.
This will be
That's not even how. That's not how football works.
And no run
Yeah,
back
top of the
here.
second.
This will be a touchback,
Batter up.
and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. Breeze now,
Got my
8
Valorant
of 11
beta
in his
key today.
first half. He's got it first
Yeah, I
and
saw
10.
that.
Haven't played it yet. I installed it, and that's about it.
And they're not
Nice,
able to
nice.
hook up there. Incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead
We'll
of
see when I get
throwing the
around to
football
it.
into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised
I
that
feel
he
like
went his
I already
direction.
know how it's gonna
should've thought
go.
maybe about the check down,
I'm gonna
take
like
the
spend way
completion,
too long
keep
trying to
moving.
digest the buy menu.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the
And
35.
then I'm gonna be like, why isn't this like Counter-Strike? And then I'm gonna die to someone's like spells or whatever.
Breeze
I'm gonna
now.
be like, God damn it, this isn't Counter-Strike.
Caught by Jones.
Yeah, that's probably
16
true.
yards
And then I'm probably
out.
just gonna go back to
They'll go for
Counter-Strike.
Jags and a first down.
And trying to position 3 monitors where they all line up on kind
So
of cheap
in
monitor
Saints
arms
territory
is
now. Here's 1st and 10
difficile.
at the 49-yard
Very
line.
difficult.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Now Breeze again. He sets to fire deep. But when this ball's tipped and
Now
intercepted.
that's what we're talking about. Let's go,
Picked up by
Saints.
Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The
Again, not
Saints
actively
offense
rooting
on the
against
field,
Wego,
ready to
mostly
get
just
their drive started.
rooting for my
Last
17-point
possession, these
spread.
guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a
fair.
chance to move
The
out in
closest
front.
we
let's give
get
a
to
big
that
assist
spread,
to
the
the
more
defense
of
who
a
got the
victory
ball
that is for
back.
me.
The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Yellow. 54. Hey, 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 hey.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And that going
Whoa.
to be incomplete.
Miles Jack just upending Aaron Jones.
Call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Wait, wait.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring
I
up
see
second
McCoy
down.
has joined the party.
Not a run that you're going to write home
Ready to
about,
talk
but
about
still a good
athleticism.
first down run. That's what an offense calls staying
Where?
on schedule.
Have you been following
3
this,
to 4 yards
this
on first down.
ridiculous
You're
thread
set up
in
very
the
well for the rest of the drive.
Illinois shitposting chat?
Oh, I guess I missed that.
Oh man, it's been something.
This is Jones. And he is close
It's
to a
weird.
first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars
Sometimes I just don't get
34.
notifications for that
I think we can
chat.
safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of
I
this
definitely mute
offense.
that
We
chat
know
every
not
now
every
and
run's
then,
going to be a big
but when it
hitter,
gets way too
but you know
much.
they'll take that type of result on
Makes
each and
sense.
every attempt.
And then I'll be like
The
on
Saints
group me and be
on
like,
third
oh yeah, that
down.
chat's still
They've
muted.
converted 3 out of 5 thus
Me
far.
unmute that.
They're up against
It
a
annoys me
third
when
down
it's
situation. They'll try to run for the
And
first
like
with
I'm not
Wego.
getting notifications where I ain't doing nothing.
Inside the
I want to see
20
it.
before he's
Yeah,
brought
fair point.
down. It'll be a Saints
Damn it,
first
Android.
down on a gain of 16 yards. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He completes it to Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 16-yard line.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as...
And he'll take it into
Oh
the
my.
end zone for
Julio
the
just mauled
Saints
that guy.
touchdown. A
It's like,
15-yard
fuck out of my
touchdown
house,
grab.
defensive
And the
back.
Saints have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jaguars 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's mostly the answer I was looking for. Also, oh no, Todd Gurley's hurt. And he's not sprinting.
That's not good. Yeah, John McCoy's out of element here. He doesn't know who half these people are that we're talking about.
Yeah, he's just like shooting in the dark.
He assumes that they're just giant hippies because they played Ultimate earlier. but there were
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the
Joe
31.
Kahneman would show up at like alumni weekend, not having played in years, and just ghost people.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And able to get this
He should have been there for like some of those alumni weekends, right?
Yeah, but he's stupid. I don't know. I mean, he's probably just talking shit just to talk shit.
Probably.
Breeze now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
I mean, the team in 2008, which most of the people that Austin and Zubair are talking about, was like legit good.
Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it
That
get
was
away, but it does get away to
quarters team,
2nd
right?
down.
Yeah.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Breeze. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the
number
Saints
11
40.
named Jones is throwing me off.
Let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. It's hauled in by Shepard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the JAX and a 1st down.
Mike, yellow lady, yellow lady.
On 1st down, Breeze. And finding the tight end Hooper. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something else.
No, Jacksonville looks like they want to actually answer back here.
Size, the hands,
speed.
Oh shit, Breeze back in the zone.
You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now Breeze got his man. It's caught. Touchdown.
Big catch, Jack Doyle.
Jack Doyle there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. In Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because
well, shit, we got a game on our hands. Fuck my spread, right?
But they found a gap and they exploited it.
Zerline good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Caught on the right side by Jones.
That's a choice. Why are you throwing a screen on 3 and 3? Screens never work.
Short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down. The defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger.
Shaping up to be one of those weird drives before half.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need
to
make
like
in the
do
passing
2-yard
game?
throws, and then it's going to hit a minute, and it's going to be like, oh,
front,
timeout. Oh, God, go.
Guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw is Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They run it here with Gordon, and he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use the first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Ready.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Breeze. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That was an uninspiring drive. Let's see if the Saints make something of this 40 seconds.
Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Mahomes now on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
It's complete to Diggs.
Dink and duck. Dink and dunk play calling. It's not doing it for me.
As they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Everything okay over there?
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Diggs has it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away.
Let's just get this to halftime, boys. Stop playing this timeout game. We need to see some adjustments.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
And that's going to bring us to the half. 14-14.
He'll get
Surprisingly
15 and
close
a
game.
Saints first down.
I feel like Preston's team just like rides or dies based on like how good, how pass favored the play calling is.
That's where we check in with a
It's not even like how good it
Seems
is.
reasonable.
Yeah, it's just like if they decide to call more passes, his team just rolls over people. But then if they call these like little like 3-yard out routes and then keep doing check downs, it's like his team just gets fucked.
Return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
That's one way to lose. You're in the zone.
Coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
What a nice read and play
Yeah,
by the
probably
defensive
should have
tackle.
thrown that
Never
away.
bought the play
Probably
action
should've.
fake. Went right for the
He didn't,
quarterback and put
do
him
that.
on the ground.
After the
Not
sack,
like
it's
he did.
2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Like these teams both have
So, Charles,
fantastic
tie game
quarterbacks,
here. What are
but
your
I
keys
feel
as we
like
continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's
Like,
always trite when you
for
say
balls
the
like
same
that,
things over and
I
over,
feel like
but they're
that's where
tried and true in
Preston's
the
team
game.
just like wins
Who's
in
gonna
those
block better? Who's
margins.
gonna
It's
tackle
like
better? In this case,
here's a
to me, it's
50-50 ball
turnovers.
that any
You gotta
contact
take
would make
care
a
of the
normalized
football
receiver
in order to
drop.
win the game.
But oh wait, Preston has,
Nowhere to
you know,
escape, and he goes down.
He's about
Julio,
Young defense
Devontae,
with no fear. They
Stephon.
got the pressure.
Zero fear at all.
And
That
then it's
means they
like,
feel
who's
really
Wego
good about
got?
the
It's
guys
like,
who are going to cover. But the biggest one
Marvin
is they think
Jones,
their pressure will
Calvin
get there
Ridley,
before he has a chance to
Sterling
find the
Shepard.
receiver.
Here's Logan Cook now.
Just like a bunch of
As
wide
the
receiver
drive goes
twos.
backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Yellow.
From the 31, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You know, I went into all this trouble to talk up. Oh, I guess that's the third time. I was like, to talk up Preston's receivers.
Wait, didn't throw it one more time?
I threw the third tight end and he, you know, went up and dropped it after he caught it. But, you know,
Dingus.
Julius Thomas or something like that. So, I guess we'll give him a pass.
Following the incompletion on second down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes to throw once more. This complete to Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
They keep moving the chains, but people want some home run balls.
Yeah, throw it deep.
Put it in the big box.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Mahomes again. Completes it to Jason Witten. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad.
Myself for a minute while I'm making some adjustments that might be loud.
Much appreciated.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. It's caught here by Adams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First down, New Orleans.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 17, Mahomes. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. On second down, Ingram. And he is into the end zone.
That boy's a pinball.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram.
That's nice. That's a nice touchdown.
As his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Looks like Hooper got tabletopped on that one.
Wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's get it.
I'm not sure that we've seen Todd Gurley back in this game yet.
He's been terrific
so far. It seems like Jacksonville can't stay on offense this half, so the world may never know.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's able to find Diggs.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's the kind of catch that like a normal wide receiver does not make. Like that contact knocks it free 9 times out of 10.
So there on that play offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Triple coverage, no problem. DK Metcalf brings that one in.
Made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his.
DK getting snaps right now. Snaps and grabs.
Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After
Crazy idea, New Orleans. Keep passing, maybe? I don't know.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D-line.
And say, I know we got to run the ball, and then just don't run the ball.
The drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught by Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through.
All right, I'll be right back.
And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A run with Gurley there on 1st down, going to get about 4 yards. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
And that is going to do it.
Hello.
This third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL
Hello.
on EA Sports.
Ready? You ready? Check back 47. Exit, exit.
On play action. Now Breeze. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Breeze now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and now it's second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. It's hauled in by Shepard. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back.
Solid big man rush there.
On the spot, able to retain possession.
Ooh, fumble. Nice.
Ready? Yellow lady. Check, 47. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And this one incomplete.
How is that not
Too much
TPI?
contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he
TPI?
targeted quite a bit on this
I
drive, and
misspoke.
finally I think the guys
Uh-oh.
on the defensive side,
Dude, what the hell is TPI?
they slapped the
Don't
double
worry about
coverage
it.
on him,
Toilet
made it
paper
very
in.
tough for him to get the ball.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Gurley now out of the gun.
Toilet
And he'll only
paper.
get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least.
Yo, so why did
a
it
3
snow
and out
today?
here to get the ball back, preferably.
I don't know, I was very confused. Because, like, I kind of just, like, zombie walked from my bedroom to my 2nd bedroom with my computer stuff. And then, like, I went to go make some coffee, and, like, I look out the window above my sink, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? 'Cause there was, like, it wasn't even just, like, a dusting. It was, like, that's,
Actual snow.
Yeah, it accumulated.
yeah, it was a wake-up call.
I guess, yeah. I'm not sure what I'm waking up to, but
Zerline back out there now to send this one away.
Shit sucks, I don't know.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is that for some reason they would make a mistake.
But I think I'm past it
the
now.
opposition no good.
Everyone loves to
Yeah,
have
like
a
those
little bit of
9
cushion, and that helps
or
you
that 7 a.m.
manage
call or
your
whatever.
but the bottom
Yeah, I
line
had
is,
another one of those
do all
today.
the things
I had
that
one of
you're
those
taught, and when
Monday,
you close out the game,
today.
don't even
Wait,
let that
no,
become an
Tuesday.
issue.
But still a
What day is it?
one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
I had one yesterday,
No
today, and I'll
gain
have one
there,
on
second
Friday.
down.
I think that's what it is.
His carries tonight.
But it was like the end of our
getting up
iteration,
there, so
and
maybe
the
one of
team was
those every
running a
now and then
little
is
late on some
understandable.
stuff.
I would
So
agree
I was
with
like
that. Understandable every now
trying
and
to
then.
pull like
Sometimes you come back
double
and you think
shifts
it
to make
took
sure
a
we were in a
little
good spot
action,
for it.
But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll
I
come
think I
back
got
to
like
him in another carry.
an hour of sleep
Again,
2 nights ago, and
a pickup
3 or
of
4
about
this
3
last
yards
night.
as he's taken down at the
Not
31.
asleep.
I guess like 6 if you count
That's
the
it.
3-hour
That's
nap I
what you
had
want.
too.
Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Yeah, count it.
Yeah, so there's a good chance I just pop a couple melatonin and just zonk out after this.
It seems reasonable.
Good night,
Throwing
world.
is Mahomes on third. It's caught. Jones.
Oh no, Aaron
The
Jones.
ball's out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
95-56, 95-56.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Preston 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady. Watch the run, watch the run.
And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders
You know that
stay
fumble's really
home,
gonna
and
fuck with
they'll
my
stop him behind
my
the
spread
line.
here.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time those
because the
phases
wrong
can't be
team has the
predictable,
ball.
But the
Yeah,
execution was a
that'll do
little lacking.
Although
on
the
this one.
over-under is
Might wanna
looking
go back to the drawing board
not
with that
bad right
call.
now. It's looking about right.
They run out
We're
of
at
the
what,
shotgun
41 right
with
now?
Gurley.
So we're 9.5
And they'll
points
take this
behind it.
down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Cameron Jordan made the tackle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Another carry now for Gurley.
Oh, Gurley's back. Welcome back, Todd.
But he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd
He's not
down
dead.
and sets up a 1st and goal.
It seems like most of these exhibition injuries are like for 2 quarters.
So many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick.
Yep, they'll be back in the 4th. Don't worry about it.
They always come back.
They always come crawling back.
Before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to.
And that is caught.
Did he get both feet down? I don't know about that.
Marvin
I think he might have actually.
Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they can now even this game here
Yeah,
in the
look at
4th
this.
quarter with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because
It is
right
upheld.
now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Yo, you're too
Every
late,
now and
man.
then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time.
Even if you had
fit
like
that into
said
the
it right
podcast.
after
You know, I
kickoff,
just
I might
grab
have
the
still given it
nugget
to you.
when I
But then
can.
it's like the message came in right as they like got down to
Don't
the 8
forget
yard
the
line,
extra point
I
is
wasn't
up and
actually
good.
watching.
And
which is
we're
even better,
tied
right?
here in the 4th quarter.
The practice match to try to help me set the lines was a 46-13 whomping.
What's the difference between the practice match and the official match?
The official match is streamed
Oh, okay.
and happens at the official time.
Mm-hmm.
The practice
So-
match is for me to see how the teams interact.
So what you're saying is that this is rigged.
Not really. 'cause
No.
The practice matches almost never go the same as the actual match.
What you're saying is,
Are you? Is this a Brandon Smith impression?
rigged.
Nothing
This
separating these two sides.
This must be a Nipples impression.
Score as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital
Let me,
letters.
Aaron, we got to plan our Pizza Hut for next Thursday.
We do.
That can be a deflator for a football
Pizza.
You'll be like we're basically together.
They're out there.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can pick those things
Still
back.
wondering why we're eating
Down
pizza.
he goes, but he takes it up
That's
to
okay.
the
Gotta keep it
40.
with tradition.
It's part of the
12
communal
yards there,
experience.
good for a Saints first down.
I like
We
Pizza
had-
Hut.
Oh no, we had Wingstop last year because y'all had so much pizza you were tired of it.
Yeah, but Wingstop's legit though.
Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
I walked in right as they drafted Daniel Jones. It was great.
I'll never forget Andy's reaction to that.
I think it was something akin to, oh my god, they actually fucking did it.
Yes, that was
that
basically
one
what
will be
happened.
accepted.
That and your reaction to Keel Harry were the two best ones of the draft for sure.
Well, Nikhil was because I was just well sauced at that point. And a big old truther. Well, I didn't think he was going to go in the first, so I got really hyped.
And you're
First
like,
and 15.
Belichick's a fucking genius.
Did I say that?
It's Jones.
That's funny. I mean, he probably is, but
Give him a couple on the
I
right.
usually-
It'll be
This is such a
second
good
and
pick. Oh my
13.
god. You like jumped up and
Obviously,
like
they would have
had
at
your
least
head
liked
in
to
your
have gotten back to
hands
the
and
original
were...
line
did I
of
tear my
scrimmage.
shirt off?
Instead, now they're doing second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after
The old
penalty.
football manager
Probably wish
celebration.
They would have now.
For other things, but not for that. Like you did that when we won the Counter-Strike game.
Probably also well sauced.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes.
See, that's the fucking play. Why have they not been just running that play all game? No one can cover him on that play. They got rid of Jalen Ramsey. They got nothing left. The shambling corpse of AJ Bouye? Yeah, right.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Oh, right back to the old reliable screen pass.
Pretty sure the fullback was offsides. Or false started. Other thing.
Probably would have been a better play outcome for him.
On a fullback. Need authentic fullback acceleration
Has
here.
been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Jones has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
136 yards in the game for Julio. That boy getting fed.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go
Carry your weight,
to the
Andy.
ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
It's going to be another Mark Ingram bouncing up the middle play.
They'll look to run with Ingram. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
Yes, but
No
without the
gain there,
bounce.
and it's going to set
They
up
have
2nd and goal.
No, I think Adam's team has Taysom.
Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Somebody pick up Taysom.
Definitely let him get
No,
outside.
he was at the threshold of being a
He
Philly
has to
QB.
run it. He has a little bit more space.
That's
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it in with Jones.
I think there are special Taysom plays in the New Orleans playbook,
So
though,
after the
if
no
he's on the
gain on
roster.
the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Usually Madden doesn't bother with that, but I think they actually did. Like halfway through the season, they actually pushed an update with Taysom plays in the Saints playbook.
Yep, everyone loves a white athlete.
This a big play for both sides.
Why you gotta go straight to race, Rob?
3rd and 4.
That's why it's a novelty. It's this big dumb Mormon.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here
And that's
is
the
good.
over.
And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive.
Yeah,
that's how we'll analyze
I'm already
it.
feeling
If
a
the
Breeze
other team
comeback.
scores,
It's just
they
I just
scored
got that
too soon.
vibe
If
about
they
it.
somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Wait, it's 51, right?
It was 50.5 I did. So it's 51 now, yeah. So it's over.
All over.
It's all over.
How many practice games did my team win? All of them. Thanks.
I was just kind of like messing with the matchups. Your team won a bunch of the.
Morstead, the punter, out to
It was
kick
probably
it
around
off.
500 on just like the random matches I had. I didn't run a practice match for the first game.
And no run back
And
here.
then-
This will be a touchback.
Who'd you play
Okay,
last
so that
time?
was a practice game. I'm gonna need you to run the real one.
Oh my God! Stop it.
A minute 54 on the clock.
I'll tell Brandon.
They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
It's like the practice matchup of my first game. I think I just put a beat down on Preston. And then the actual game, it was like a nail biter and went to overtime.
Yes, that did happen.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point.
When I was
in the
sitting there, I
game.
was like, I can't
Marcus Davenport in there to
favor
take
you,
him
can
down, and
I?
the clock will roll.
And then I did anyway.
The clock
There's been a
still
couple
runs.
that it's
We're at
like
90
the
seconds
team that
now.
I favored was not the team to win the playoff or the practice game.
Back to
'Cause it just seemed
throw.
like too fluky.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking
Breeze just
pretty
needs
good
to
for
make
him.
that pass, man.
This is where they have to
Like
be
what?
careful because they've got
Yeah, that was a
momentum
Trubisky
going their
throw.
way. They will
Yeah,
be
that was
really
not
amped
a
up
Drew Brees
to get to
throw.
the quarterback.
Social
Look out.
distancing
Draw,
throw.
screen,
Yep.
something that can be
10
used
feet
against
away.
them.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Handoff, that's what you want. On 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17 with 2
Draw.
minutes to go. Down 3. Let's run the ball.
So Breeze is going to stay
play
out there,
defense.
and they're
Yo,
gonna go
you
for
have
this
to
on 4th
establish it.
down.
If they haven't established it by now, what's going to change?
Breeze gonna
Establish
go on 4th
it.
down. And finding the tight end Hooper.
They ruled that as a turnover.
What?
Remaining,
That's
and
a
the
first down.
Saints are going to get it back and in
Oh, that's
great
dumb.
shape.
Can we get a booth review?
Well, certainly not
Dive
the way
AJ
that they were
O'Shaughnessy,
hoping
James
that
O'Shaughnessy.
possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure
Is that
that they keep
O'Shaughnessy?
their poise, they keep their confidence.
he's like
Just because
88,
it
I
didn't
think.
work
I don't know
once
who that-
doesn't mean if they
Was
get
it
the
81?
same
That'd be
situation
Hooper.
later that they shouldn't go
Oh,
for it
yeah.
again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Well, shit, that's going to be the ball game.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
All right, well, this has been decided. We'll see y'all another time.
Thanks for gracing us with your presence, Rob.
You're welcome. Bye, Aaron.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should
Well, the
just
spread
about
was
right
super
to
wrong,
finish
but
to
the
this
over-under was pretty spot on.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me,
Ooh, a bad man or
"You get
field
on the
goal.
road,
Let's
doesn't
see
matter
it.
the opponent, get out of there like you stole something." And they did in this one.
Oh, who's got the leg for this?
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good.
Good direction, line up.
Inside the left upright, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure.
No.
Had a
He
chance
missed
at
that real
field goal
bad.
there at the end to try and
It looks
tie
close
it.
on my
They elect
screen.
to not kick it.
He was wide
And they
left
lose
by
the
quite
game.
some
I
margin.
think what we'd all love to see is that little slip of paper that the special teams coach handed the
Preston's
head
like
coach
probably
before the
deserved to
game
miss
and
the
said, this is where
accurate.
our kicker is good from today. This is where he feels confident because that might be the absolute mark.
It's like really weird that Madden doesn't kneel down.
Maybe we have to run more offense because maybe
And then
he's
still
good
kicks.
about
Yeah.
kicking it from this distance.
Like, I got to run out of time. Kick it.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.
All right, let's take a look at some of these stats right quick. I think the only one that there was a prop bet for was defense, but we'll go through it briefly. Boy, oh boy. Not that anyone took the prop bet, but the total sacks in the game was 6, which is over the 4. Nice. Taking a look at the bracket of the Fivals, we now see Preston has moved on to face my Chicago Bears. I fully expect to get absolutely creamed in that game. So let's see it. That should be a fun one. Meanwhile, Wego moves down to face Conair in the Seminoles. So that will be somewhere in the middle of decision making, whoever wins that. But yeah, that about does it for our Monday Night Football on a Wednesday. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, do what you gotta do. We'll see you tomorrow for Thursday Night Football on a Thursday. Because Thursday's back on the menu, boys.